friends. Welcome in. My name is Katie Winters. I am one of your group exercise instructors and trainers. And today, on behalf of the Farmington, Connecticut Fitness Center, we're bringing you a presentation on moving more throughout the day and ways that we can increase some motivation. Let's get started. So, covering today, we'll start with moving more throughout the day, exactly why and how to do that. I'll also take you through an interactive video of specific moves that you can do without even really leaving your workspace. And then we'll dig in a little bit more to motivation, some tips and tricks for getting and staying motivated, as well as how you maintain that motivation over time. So, first up, let's talk about moving more throughout the day. So, why is that important to us? There are a lot of physical and mental reasons for us to move more throughout the day. So, just improving our overall health, this does decrease our risk for cardiovascular diseases and heart disease. Also, simply just helps us to live a longer, healthier lifestyle. It can also improve our posture and our focus, mood, and energy level throughout the day. So now that we've talked about why, let's cover how we can move more throughout the day. So first thing, we always want to make sure we're setting a reminder or some kind of trigger for ourselves anytime we're trying to establish behavior change. So whether this is setting a reminder in your phone, a calendar, or a schedule notification, maybe it's just a post-it, something that will remind you, hey, I need to make sure I get moving. Another little trick can be trying to make your chores a little less efficient. So, we all love the good challenge of trying to get all of our groceries into the house in one trip. But maybe every once in a while, try to take more than one trip. Take your time, get some extra steps in. You can also do things as simple as standing while you're folding laundry. This can increase your core strength and stability, as well as your balance. And again, just get you standing up rather than sitting at your desk. Next up, multitasking. While you're already doing other things, move. So maybe you're listening to a podcast or a presentation, maybe you're watching TV. Try and add in some stretches or just simple movements to get your blood flowing. Next up, drink more water. Not only do we want to stay hydrated anyways, but this is a guaranteed way to get extra movement in the day, whether you're getting up to fill up your water bottle or to go to the restroom, you'll definitely get moving a little bit more. And lastly, take the long way. So, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, avoid shortcuts. If you're working from home, like many of us are, use the bathroom that's farther away from you if you have more than one bathroom. Maybe take a lap around the living room before you head to the kitchen to grab a snack. Or if you're out and about, another good tip is always parking farther away from the door so that you're, again, guaranteed to get some more steps in. All right, friends, so now that we've talked a lot about moving, let's go ahead and get moving. So I'll invite you to stand up, clear some space, and just get your body moving with me a little bit here for the next few minutes. Hi friends, welcome to your movement section. Today we'll just be going through a couple of moves, exercises, stretches, things that you can do without even really leaving your workspace. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. You all know Joey, he'll be helping me out as always today. But when you're ready, just clear some space, make sure you're safe, you won't hit anything or knock anything over, and just meet me in a little march. So one of the easiest ways that you can get your body moving, just a little walk or march in place. It's gonna fire up your stability. Your core is gonna turn on, standing up nice and tall, relaxing those shoulders. And as a reminder, this movement throughout the day is so important, not just to get your body moving, but to release stress, tension, tight muscles, and it just makes you feel better. Helps you focus more later throughout the day as well. So this march, you can make it as big or small as you want or need. I do recommend always starting a little bit smaller and then making your movements a little bit bigger as you warm up. Try to keep your chest lifted here, shoulders right on top of those hips. We don't always practice the best posture sitting at our desk. So try to tune into that here. Perfect. Good, now let's go ahead and wake up those feet. You're gonna plant your feet a little bit wider than your hips. You can find your balance, hold on to something, And just go ahead, lift and lower those heels away from the floor. Often, especially when we're sitting at our desk all day, we forget about our feet, our ankles. But again, waking them up throughout the day, it really helps our balance, our agility as well, and our reaction time. Perfect. You can take different angles with these, pull the heels in. That'll help out the insides of your calves, your feet, your ankles. Good. And you can also reverse that, tuning into the outside, turning the toes in, kicking those heels out. Perfect. Good. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Maybe looking away from your computer screen just to give your eyes a break. Good. And shake that out. Now that the legs are a little bit warmer, let's heat up your shoulders. Standing up nice and tall with a bend in the knees, just roll those shoulders up, back, and down for me. Good awareness in the core. Soft hands. You can wiggle those fingers. Good. And go ahead and reverse that. So take that the other way too, circling forward and down. Good. Focusing on standing up tall, that great posture, those deep breaths. Good. You can also make these even bigger by taking a big circle forward with the whole arm, kind of like you're swimming. Perfect. And circle that back the other way. Good. Our shoulders, they hold so much tension already, but they get very static, very tight while we're sitting at our desk. So we want to try to do this one definitely throughout the day. Good. And then we'll add a little static stretch to that. Go ahead, wrap your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, and pull those knuckles down toward the floor. So here we try to tuck the hips forward so we're not creating a big arch in the back, and really just focusing on opening up that chest. 2 for 1 special on this one. So we're opening up the chest. Now I want you to drop your right ear over to your right shoulder to really get into your neck. Good. And again, this one you don't even have to stand up to do. So really try to do this one throughout the day. Perfect. Go ahead, switch that out. Other side, keeping the shoulders down, relaxed away from the face. Perfect. And bring it back to the center. Reversing that. Now we're going to open up your upper back. Wrap your arms in front of you like a big bear hug. You're going to interlace the fingers and then pull those arms forward, separating the shoulder blades. Go ahead, tuck the chin, look down at your belly button, and try to get a nice big round in your spine. Good. Still pulling those arms forward, opening up that upper back. Perfect. And release. Shake it out. One of my favorite things to do throughout the day. Just boost the heart rate super quickly, very efficiently. Now, especially since our feet are already warm, take your feet out nice and wide. Drop into a little like mini squat for me. So you're just going to bend the knees. Weight is in your heels for now. Hands up. Now lift those heels up. Weight is in the balls of the feet. And you're just going to run it out. Good. So quick. Little tap, tap, tap with those feet. Can be as big or small, as fast or slow as you want. But again, it's going to shoot that heart rate up. Get everything moving. Literally, you're going to feel everything moving. Just embrace it. It's good for you. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Shake that out. Hi, buddy. He's like, wait, are we running? Good. Quick check-in. How do you feel already? I have one more very efficient stretch for you. We're going to get upper and lower body. I want you to come into a nice high lunge. So you're going to step your right leg back as far as you can. Keep that heel up. Then drop into your hips, tucking your tailbone right underneath you, trying to get about a 90-ish degree bend in both knees. Something like that, right? And then once you're settled here, go ahead, take your right arm across your chest. Left hand can press on that forearm. Good. Keep tucking the hips forward. You can even engage the glutes here. Perfect. And then go ahead, shake that out, switch it out. So we'll switch. Left leg, big step back with the heel straight up. Then go ahead, drop those hips straight down, tucking the tailbone underneath you. Hold on to something for balance if you need. And then once you're settled, whatever leg is back, that's the arm that you want to take the same side across. So left arm across the chest, little press on that forearm. Relax the shoulder, lift the chin. Perfect. And shake that out. Good. Before I let you go today, one more that I almost forgot about. So this shows you that we often forget about this, but you're going to high five yourself and interlace your fingers. Then go ahead, little figure 8 for your wrists. Our wrists do so much work for us during the day. We're constantly at our computers, on our phones, just typing and tapping away. And that puts a lot of stress and tension on our wrists. We want to make sure that we relieve some of that throughout the day. Good, go ahead, reverse that, circle it back. So you can just kind of help to move through those joints, muscles, all those little tendons and ligaments that make up our hands and wrists. You can also stretch out the forearm by dropping the hand, little press. Good, always looking for discomfort, not pain. You can open it up the other way, just making sure that you're giving those wrists some love. Okay, let's try that on the other side, just since we're already here. Go ahead, press down. And flip that over. So just get yourself moving throughout the day. Set a reminder on your calendar. You don't have to stop and do all of these, but try to do a couple of them throughout the day. Maybe just that neck stretch, maybe shaking out your wrists a little bit more. Just anything that's gonna help you feel a little bit better, release a little bit of tension. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale up and exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you guys feel a little bit better. Hope you can work some of these moves into your day. All right, everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for moving with me. Hopefully you had some great takeaways of some moves or stretches that you can work into your day. So now that we've kind of closed out our movement section, let's move forward and talk a little bit more about motivation. So first things first, when trying to get motivated or stay motivated or wondering what am I supposed to be motivated to do, we want to make sure that we set a goal that's important to us, that aligns with our values, and a goal that is SMART. So the acronym SMART, meaning the goal should be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So when writing out your goal, try to make sure you include all of those components, and also make sure that your goal can be broken down into smaller goals or maybe benchmarks. And with that, once our goal is set, make sure you have a why, something that really, again, aligns with your values, will get you out of bed every morning, and something that will keep you motivated long term to keep striving towards. So sometimes we really need to think about why this is our goal and why it's become so important to us. So now that we've talked about establishing that goal, whatever you need to be motivated toward, we want to figure out how we maintain that motivation. So here we'll just go through some helpful tips for you. So first thing, sometimes we need to start before we think we're ready. Sometimes we wait for the stars to align perfectly and we think this is the day that's going to get me started on my goal. And sometimes that day never comes. So sometimes we just need to set that goal and jump in. Even if it's not perfect, it won't always be pretty, and that's okay. We just need to do something. Next, make sure you track your progress. So whether this is in an app or on your phone, or you track it in a journal or notebook, just make sure you have some kind of regimen where you're tracking your progress, not only so you can see how far you've come over time, but reminding yourself of all those smaller steps that you took along the way to get yourself there. Next, focus on those baby steps, one at a time. Make sure you're not trying to make too many leaps and bounds right away, or things that can lead to us getting burnt out or frustrated. So just remember, those little steps one at a time, that's what gets us to those big goals, and those are what accumulate over time. Next, for some accountability, tell your friends, your family, your coworkers about your goals, about this new journey that you're on. Again, to spark some accountability for yourself, but also to motivate your friends and family as well. Again, just like when we talked about moving more during the day, make sure you set some kind of trigger for yourself. So post a picture or reminder somewhere visible to help keep you motivated. Next up, make sure it's fun. Make sure you're enjoying the process, enjoying yourself along the way, and that you're not being too hard on yourself. Allow yourself to be patient, give yourself some grace. And again, if it's not fun, we're not very likely to stick with it. So enjoy the process. Next, give it time. Be patient. Nothing amazing happens overnight. Know that not every day is going to be perfect, but there will be something good in every single day. So give yourself time to grow. And next, again, that word triggers. So something to keep you going, something to remind you to keep going and have those powerful reasons. Remember your why. Again, all to maintain that motivation. This is for the long term. Next, we all have barriers. We all have things, even unexpected, that pop up, excuses and things that get in our way. Make sure you're aware of those bigger barriers for you. Maybe it's time management, maybe it's the weather. So, with that, always have a plan B. Next, somehow think about your goal every day. Even if you're not physically doing something to act on that goal every day, make sure that you have some kind of reminder to just kind of reflect on your goal. Maybe check your progress chart or however you're tracking your progress and give yourself that time to think about your goal, even if it's just for 1 minute every single day. And lastly, stay positive. Just like making it fun, just like giving it time. Yes, not every single day is going to be perfect, but stay positive. Remember how far you've come. Remember those baby steps. Something is always better than nothing. Try to stay positive and try to be kind to yourself along the way. And here are just a couple of articles where you can find some awesome resources, even more tips and tricks for moving more, for motivation. Sometimes we really just need to get creative and remember that what works for us isn't going to be what works for someone else, or what's working for your best friend might not be the biggest source of motivation for you. So do some research, check out some different things, see what works for you in your life. Just get moving, try to stay motivated. And I hope you all were able to take something away from our presentation today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our fitness center staff at any time and have a great day.